Okay, so yesterday we brought you the story of this astounding total that came in at auction for a game-worn Michael Jordan jersey from the 1992-1993 season. And here to tell us more about this and some other items, Mike Provenzale. How do I say your last name, Mike? I'm sorry if I butchered that.
It's perfect. Nailed it.
Yeah.
I did? Provenzale?
Sound right to me, too. Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, very, very good. You got a Jordan jersey behind you, it looks like. But let me start off by asking you, what made this particular 1992-1993 uniform so special to collectors?
A lot of factors went into it. First off is that season, the last season of the Bulls' first three-peat. It was one of Jordan's greatest seasons statistically across the board as far as statistics. And then we use a form of authentication called photo matching, where you take an image of the player in the jersey and then you match it with certain key characteristics to the jersey here. And then you can say without a doubt, it's not only from that season, but it's from these certain games. And we were able to match it to 17 different games, all great performances from Jordan. So that just checks a lot of boxes for collectors.
Let me ask you this. What were the factors? Like, is there anything specific you can point out on the jersey itself? Was it the fabric? Was it a logo somewhere? What were those physical attributes about the jersey that matched those 17 games?
Well, you can check out the LOA on our site, ha.com, and see exactly how they matched it. But basically, with Jordan being one of the most photographed athletes of all time, advances in technology now where you can utilize high-resolution images, they zoom way in and look at the mesh holes and where they line up with the Bulls logo, the number, his name on the back. So there's all these different data points where you can say, this is the exact jersey that he's wearing this game.
How far apart those letters are spaced.
That's so cool.
So for someone who hadn't heard this story, like me, where did this jersey come from? How did you guys get it? And why are we selling it? Give me all the details.
It came from a private collector. We're the #1 sports auction house in the world, so they reached out to us.
But how did
Jordan
they get
material has always been incredibly valuable, of course, but in the last 5 years, the prices have really skyrocketed. And this hadn't sold publicly in a long time. It hadn't been photo matched previously, so when we got it, we photo matched it, and it's the only Bulls jersey, not just Jordan, but only Bulls jersey photo matched from that first three-peat. So it's a really unique item. We told the consignor what we thought it would do. We thought it was worth about $2 million, and then it ended up doing more than that, finishing at $2.6 million.
But so the game ends, and then do the jerseys just get left behind? Like, how does this work? How does it work? So he played the game in the jersey, and then he's like, hey, here you go, I'm leaving it, the season's over, and then who gathers it? Who takes it? Do you know that answer? I know it's probably
usually
random.
the equipment manager. It depends on the era or the team. But, now a lot of players wear one jersey per game and then they're done with it.
Oh.
Some players, like Luka Doncic, wears 2 jerseys per game. He wears a different one each half.
Whoa.
But back in the 90s, it was a little different. It depends on how frugal the teams are sometimes. And Jordan was one player who would reuse the jerseys. He was removed from it. They would just, after the game, take up the uniforms, wash them, and then roll them out again for the next game. And for collectors to be able to say it's worn in multiple games, that's a key factor for getting a high result like that.
That's really, really fascinating. So I always remember, can you give us an idea of who the buyers are? I know you can't speak specifically, but we always joke around on the air, oh yeah, if we have $2.6 million, I'd love to have a game-worn Michael Jordan jersey in my basement in the man cave. But who are these collectors?
So people that buy at that level, if you can afford a 7-figure shirt, It's a kind of elite group. But for the most part, there's two different types. There's people that are just passionate collectors, and they're going to keep it in their collection and maybe show it off and display it at their home or their office. We have a lot of clients like that. And then you have people that are just investors, and it's like buying a very valuable piece of real estate or stock. They might put it in their safe and hold on to it for 10 years and then try to sell it for an increase in the value. And on our site, you can make an offer on any item we've sold. So if you want, they're already right now, the current owner has posted that you could buy this for $3.2 million if you're interested.
Okay,
No
so a little $600,000 markup there.
That's incredible.
Right, exactly. So, you know, if you miss the auction, you guys want to pool your money together
Sure.
maybe and do a split
Caitlin,
deal.
you want to go in on the
it is
jersey
available.
with me?
Yeah, I would love to. $5, you got the rest. I wonder too, like with these items, to see them up close. You know, like I wonder if you can see like the sweat marks and like just the grime of like the real athletic, you know, wear and tear on these items.
Yeah, if they're washed, all that stuff.
Yeah. Like, did they take it after the game, throw it in the wash, and then try to sell? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
We're unique at Heritage. Heritage has over 50 departments, fine arts, comic books, coins, you name it. But we're one of the few departments where the more beat up and smelly something is, the more value it's going to have for collectors.
I could see that.
You know, last summer we sold the jersey Babe Ruth wore in 1932
No
when he called his
way.
shot against the Cubs in the World Series. And, you know, is over 100 years, almost 100 years old. You could definitely smell the history. You can see it in something like that. And even with modern jerseys, you can feel the aura of greatness. I mean, it's sitting behind me right here. Yeah, there is an aspect of the tangible feel of history when you're dealing with garments of this magnitude.
Oh, wait, that's it right there? That's the real deal right there?
That's it.
So you can't
Is
like
that
back
the
up
actual
too
jersey
fast?
itself?
Yeah, he said
It
that's
is.
it.
All right, this is great. We're looking at it
Ah.
live. Actually, I can feel the aura now coming through the screen.
Don't like
I can
cough
feel
on
it.
it or something. I would be so anxious.
Mike,
With someone as great as Jordan, it pours right through the Zoom call.
do you see? Yeah, it does roll right through the Zoom call. And Jordan, I mean, he's the logo. He's the iconic Jumpman logo at this point. I
Yeah.
feel like his legacy has only gotten more and more impressive as time goes on. Mike, do you feel like this is a good investment? You know, they've already upmarked it, 10, 20 years from now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so some athletes, you can consider them in our industry like buying a gold bar. It's going to go up in value. Jordan absolutely is one of those. Babe Ruth, Tom Brady, people like that. It's a very stable investment. Their legacy is locked in. And then you see what happens after the game's over. Like Jordan is going to join the NBA coverage. Right. So that's going to put him more in the public eye again. We're going to get to hear some of his thoughts about the game, which is kind of new. So things like that can help increase the value for items like this.
Do you take selfies and send them to your friends and family?
I do. I'm very lucky. It's an amazing place to work. You see all kinds of history every day. I like to say it's like Christmas morning. You never know what you're going to see from day to day.
It's like being in a sports
museum. It was definitely a thrilling moment when this came in.
All right. Mike, fascinating stuff. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it, sir. Mike Provenzale from Heritage Auctions. We appreciate it, sir.